that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Detroit Lions. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
250. Right, 54.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
And watch that. And watch the ball.
On first down at Stafford. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. Marvin Jones. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Stafford flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Here's Foles. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. The 40. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 22 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
We got this. Zebra.
Throwing a Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing deep for Galladay. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Foles. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Kill. 51.
Now Leonard Fournette. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
General West.
What
we got?
Now Foles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
6-0 our score after 1.
With the score, Jaguars 6, Lions 0.
Set. Blue 60.
Check 48's the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic.
Come on, boy. 40 gun. 40 gun.
So they will go for it. Stafford. And this is incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. On the run, it's Fournette. And some room to roam now. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. Foles will look to throw. Open is Swaim, the tight end. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
22.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48.
Hey, orbit.
Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern.
Easy.
And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We got 4. Hey, guys, 18 loves to go deep. Put a body on it. Put a
Tiger. Yeah, go, let's go.
rush in.
2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Eluding the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. He'll look to throw. And able to find Conley. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
That's good for a Jaguars first down.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as well. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jared Davis coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lambeau is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Lions take over
Let's
first
go,
and
boys.
10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You don't
down.
want to.
But no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Lions. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And a rout is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They keep it with Fournette on first down. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Recon, 132 fighter. Down to hit.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the
No.
33-yard line.
X3, 218, chopper. What are you?
Looking to throw on second down. Foles. The open man is Westbrook. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first.
Bolder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Stafford sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to let it go. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Big 20.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Complete to Jones. And he gets this to the other side. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To the air again. Stafford under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Telvin Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Middle. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, 50.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. 10.
Let's go. Pick it up, D.
56. Hey, Charlie.
6 right there.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Seattle. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check, 48's the mic. Danny.
Gun. Hey, look, 48.
Hey, guys, listen.
48 right now, let's go.
You're not ready.
Check, nickel. Mike, 48.
Hop up.
Be dreaming.
Deuce. Check three.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Zoom. Boys, 56. Check 56. Guys, it's game.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Watch
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, and the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. Out to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that? Girl. Right there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Hey, Caden.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's
Again, let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And some room to work. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 67 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
These two teams all tied after one. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
One left. One left. 56, right there. 56.
Watch the out.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
14.
It's a gain of 4.
Max 56. Watch QB drop. Hashem. QB drop. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got this one complete to John Ursua.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey. Go left. That's it.
Here's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jake Ryan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here of the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run with Fournette. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Freestone, Travis.
He's a gain of a yard.
He's coming.
Hey, Delta. Water.
Alert 3. Shoot.
On third down, Fournette. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. They're going to try and throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. 180. All day, baby, all day. Here we go.
Here's Foles. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Army. Show it.
Flat. What we got?
Watch the whip.
Now Foles. His throw incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Hey, Keaton. Hey, wahoo!
54 Mike.
Foles. He completes it to Westbrook. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not? And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Tiger. Check 52.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check safety.
This is Fournette. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Curl. 60.
Now Fournette. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still
Now it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Wide 80.
Check.
Brady now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there. That'll bring up second down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
48. Hey, high 7. Go there, Nick.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady complete to Watson, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 19. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm. Let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot, and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's John Simon with a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
There he goes inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
The tackle made by Stephon Gilmore. 4 yards on the pickup.
6'6",
Second
pull it
and
high.
6 at the 13-yard line.
Check 99. Check 99.
Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Brady. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Bravo. Hey, go 66.
Let's go. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this is caught off a deflection. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They do go for it. It's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ready?
Watch 54, watch 54.
Ain't no such thing.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's get off the field.
A handoff to Fournette. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The open man is Westbrook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
29, Alpha.
2 times, 3 out.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. To Michelle on the screen. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Regular.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Buying time to his left. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
That's it, baby. We got work.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 1st down, Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Brady to throw. It's complete. James White. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, set 53. 48 right now. Let's go. You don't want Ozzy. Hey, you don't want to see me. Hey, Alabama.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 17 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's end.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack on first down, Brady. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Brady now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now Brady. Caught by Sanu. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Brady now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year. Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Foles. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 70 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And this one brought in by Sanu. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Hey, box drop, box drop. 48. Hey, we don't like the 48. Hey, both 66.
On first down, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 46. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. Foles. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's how we do it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Patriots 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Man, that's trash.
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
A gain of 4. Second and 6.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Hayden sold. 54
Mike. I'm coming.
Go.
Here's Foles. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
Check.
Fournette running right. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Brady. Here's Sanu on the catch. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
D.D. Westbrook on the return. Come on, baby. Let's go. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Slam. Yeah, go. Let's go. Pick. Let's go.
2nd and 10. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Let him know. Check 4.
He'll look to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Foles now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Dante Hightower on the stop.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 46-yard line.
50.
Throwing on 2nd down. Foles. That's out to his running back, Fournette. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Fournette on the counter. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 20-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So While it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
72. Mike 48. What's the run? 48 to Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Alpha.
From the gun, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And Brady's throw there incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33, and some room to maneuver. Past the 20, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
They're going to look to throw, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
48 Mike.
One final try now for Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation.